Okay.
You're live. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Board of Elections and Registration Board meeting. Today is August 10th and we call the meeting to order at 5:00 p.m. Before we begin, please mute your phones or if you put them on silence if you can, board members and staff. Next, first up, we'll have approval of agenda for today. So moved. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hearing any nays? None. So the agenda is approved. Next is citizen comment.
Madam Chair, we had no citizens report any comments for this meeting.
Thank you, Director Kidd. Next is the approval of minutes for July 20th, 2023.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes for July 20th, 2023.
And I'll put them on silence. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Next are felon hearings.
Madam Chair, there's no further notices have been received in time for this meeting.
Thank you, Deputy Director Green. Any questions for her? Hearing none, we'll move forward to office operations report.
Office operations report will begin with Ms. Ann Bolin.
Good evening. We had a meeting with the area managers and have held their first round of training for on last week. The area managers are the distribution managers that oversee several precinct managers and are responsible for staffing and general logistics of voting in person.
Thank you.
Mr. Philbert Smith.
This is a message from Nicholas Norgan, our election systems and data manager. This message is in reference to the buzz post that was previously posted on June 21st with the subject survey response needed, UPS upgrade project. Our team worked diligently to finalize a path forward to replace a portion of the UPS units in each county this year. Unfortunately, due to not receiving the necessary funding for the UPS project, our office is unable to conduct this replacement of cyber power units at this time. We are working towards solutions, guidelines, and recommendations to best support you in your effort to maintain your current supply of UPS units. We do not suggest that it is necessary for your county to procure new UPS units at this time, but if you have an urgent need to replace any current UPS unit, our office would work with you to supply you with what information we have that may assist you. For any UPS related questions, please email Andrew Kurdish. We have 50 UPS units that need replacement. These have been in use for almost 4 years and have been subjected to various levels of damage. The UPSs are a crucial component of the election equipment as they allow polling places to operate normally during a power outage.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. As with our elections equipment, our initial allocation of elections equipment was distributed by the state of Georgia. Other than that initial distribution of elections equipment, now it's completely on the counties to deal with equipment and replacement. The state did inform us, that's what the first part of that message was, at the beginning of this year, that they were going to do what they were calling a battery refresh, which was work with all 159 counties to replace broken equipment. But as Mr. Smith just stated, they are no longer doing that. We feel that we have to still go about doing this because we are going into a large election year. So I intend to look at our current budgetary allocations and begin to replace the units ourselves now that we have to completely pick up that cost.
If you on cost, I don't know, what is that?
The previous unit that the state selected was a $500 a piece unit. The state has been looking at different units that can be used as opposed to the original 55-pound unit, which we feel is unsuitable for our election purposes and not conducive to elections. Having a unit that heavy and having poll workers have to maneuver and move this unit, which is possibly why some of them have broken in general. So once we get directives from the state as to what equipment we can purchase, we will begin the requisition process with the county.
Sounds good. Are there any more questions related to this?
I have a quick question. Is there any way to partner with any other counties that have the same scenario so we could get better pricing, like bulk pricing or anything?
Pricing information, I anticipate that to come from the state
Okay.
as far as they dictate what equipment we use, and even the vendors we can go through as well.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. You.
Mr. Malcolm Mball has the next part.
Villa Rica's redistricting process has been completed in our voter registration system. Typically, precinct cards are generated by the Secretary of State's office after redistricting is completed, but we have not received any concrete date of when it will be made and mailed out. So instead, our office mailed out its own letter informing these affected voters in Villa Rica of any municipal districting changes. There was about 350 Douglas County electors that have new municipal representation. The district map, the new map for Villa Rica, can be viewed on the Villa Rica website at villarica.org. When these precinct cards are created and sent to us, we will mail them out as usual. And as a reminder, any Georgian can visit mvp.sos.ga.gov to view their current precinct information.
Malcolm, any questions for him? Thank you.
This concludes Office Operations Report at this time.
Great, thank you for those updates. Next, we'll go to old business.
No contact mailers went out in the mail today per the Secretary of State's instructions. We have sent out 2,600 of these notices.
Any questions?
Mr. Smith? Yes.
So this is a message from Blake Edwards, our Evans, our election director. As you know, our office is partnering with the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to conduct physical site assessments of voting equipment facilities and storage areas. These security assessments are designed to comprehensively evaluate equipment facilities and storage areas to ensure that they are adequately fortified against unauthorized access, tampering, or damage. I strongly urge your full cooperation and active participation in the security assessment process. Your insights and expertise are essential to the success of these evaluations. I encourage you to work closely with the assessment teams, provide accurate and timely information, and actively engage in the development of the mitigation strategies. Please be advised that the security assessments are scheduled to commence in coming days and are anticipated to conclude by October 31st, 2023. Your timely adherence to the assessment timeline is crucial to achieving our collective goal of safeguarding our electoral infrastructure. As a part of this process, the officials from GEMA and Homeland Security and the Department of Homeland Security and CISA, which is Cybersecurity Infrastructure and Security Agency, will be contacting your office to schedule the security assessment. It is anticipated that the security assessment process should take no longer than 2 hours to complete.
Thank you for that. Dave, any questions?
I've got one. Have we had this type of assessment for Dave?
A physical security assessment, no, this will be the first time that the state has stepped in to do a physical security assessment. We do our own assessments of storage facilities and places where we operate elections equipment. But to answer your question, this is the first time that the state has been involved.
Okay, have they provided any specific requirements? These are the things you must have, you should have.
They have not provided any specific requirements as to things that you must have, nor have they provided any mitigation strategies if you're missing any information.
Okay, thank you.
And then I assume it doesn't say in here, like when Douglas County can expect this to happen, right? Except for before October 31st.
We typically, when dealing with the state, we ask for advance notice because we try to schedule these types of events to make sure that we have staff in place. But it has been the priority of the state to give us a day's notice with these types of things. So that's what I anticipate will happen in this case. We'll get a call. We'll be at your office on Thursday.
Right. Can you guys let the board know when they're gonna be here?
I will let you all know as soon as.
Yeah, as soon as they tell you, right? Okay.
Any more questions? Great.
That concludes old business at this time.
Next is new business.
We have 2 polling places that need to be replaced for the 2024 election cycle. That is the Church at Chapel Hill and First Baptist Douglasville. These 2 locations have opted out of being polling locations going forward. We have identified possible replacements and will continue to meet with facilities to explain the requirements for serving as a polling location. We intend to notify the public and this board as soon as we are able to narrow down places that have agreed to become polling locations for the 2024 election season. I state 2024 because First Baptist is in the 2023 municipal election and will continue to serve as a polling location. We intend to, once the new facilities are selected, probably around December, we will begin to place signage around the county of the changes, but I didn't want to place them too early to confuse voters for the 2023 cycle.
Is the goal is to place them in the same geographical area?
Polling locations are required to be within a 2-mile radius of the home address of voters. There are provisions in election code that if you are unable to select a facility within those geographic boundaries, you're able to apply for out of precinct. But we anticipate, and hopefully one of the places that we're looking at, they fall within the current geographical boundaries of the old precinct.
So we do have to place signage at the old precinct, next year for the first election, let them know it's changed, and then signage out at the new precinct, letting them know that this is their new location as well.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Next part. The Democratic Party of Georgia has asked for an office representative to attend their next monthly session to give updates for a municipal election. As a reminder, our office extends this offer to all political parties and civic groups. Please reach out to our office or visit our website under Voter Outreach tab if you would like to schedule an office representative to speak with your political party or group.
What day, and do you know if this will be recorded or?
This will be their monthly board meeting. It will be this coming Saturday.
Okay.
And I do not know if they're going to record the meeting or not.
And you said that was the state party?
The county party.
Okay.
County
Okay.
Democratic Party.
Got it.
The next part of new business is today, our staff met with administrative staff as well as the advanced voting site coordinators and site staff for all of our 2024 advanced voting sites. We are now 6 months away from the first election of 2024, so we have begun our coordinating efforts for that election as well as the current election.
And we are coordinating with the county regarding September Saturdays. Our office will be participating this year, and more information will be posted on our website as it becomes available.
That's good.
This concludes new business at this time.
Thank you. Any additional questions?
Can you explain what September Saturday is, please?
Yeah, September Saturday, county has that every year, and it's pretty much, they're out here, one Saturday is like information Saturday. They have toucher trucks and vendors and all that are out. So it's like a big festival kind of out here on the courthouse lot. And they have those 2 Saturdays, it's gonna be the last 2 Saturdays in September, and they do that every year. So they have food trucks and corn rides and rock climbing walls and vendors out selling things and all of that.
And we're involved with that.
We're gonna do a voter registration drive there.
Okay.
For the department, this is part of our community outreach efforts. We typically participate in all large-scale county events and take every opportunity to interact with the general public and conduct, like Deputy Green said, voter registration drives, as well as disseminate any information for upcoming election seasons. The September Saturday, they have vendors that pay to be a part of this, but as a county agency, will be part of most of the county agencies and constitutional officers have tables with the information about what their office actually does at these types of events.
Questions?
Thank you.
If there's no more updates, thank you all for your updates and all your hard work. We appreciate it. Next is board member concerns. Are there any at this time?
I know before we had talked about virtual meetings, I just heard you recently say they're meeting here, so it's no longer on the table.
At this time, our legal counsel has informed us that we're no longer able to meet virtually as far as a whole board. But what we're looking at is looking at policies for individual board members that are unable to attend a single meeting. So once you've already established quorum, if a board member can virtually attend that meeting, we are confirmed with legal counsel with that one, and we'll have an update at a future meeting for you with that.
Thank you.
I have just some information, not necessarily question, but wanted to share that District 4 Commissioner Mark Alcaraz is doing a town hall for District 4 Saturday, August 19th from 10 a.m. to noon at Ephesus Baptist Church. So just wanted to put that on the record if anybody's interested.
10 to noon.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing. Anything else? Okay, so hearing none, our next regular board meeting is Thursday, September 14th at 5:00 p.m. And we hope you would join us. And again, thank you all for the great work you do. And thank you, board, for your participation and staying informed. So have a great evening, and the meeting is adjourned at 5:19 p.m.